Hey, what's going on, guys? Mush back at it with another video. In today's video, I want to take you guys through a $850 AMD and NVIDIA full setup gaming PC build. So I know a lot of you guys want an AMD CPU in your build, but a lot of you guys also want an NVIDIA GPU to go with your AMD CPU because of drivers and things of that nature. So here we have it, a full setup build that is going to factor into the price of the monitor, keyboard and mouse, and the operating system as well. With the operating system, I'm not going to factor it in as a $100 operating system. You guys obviously know a bunch of key websites can offer you operating systems for $15, and I would go that route at a budget to save a lot of money. But without further ado, let's get right into it, and I want to get through this pretty quickly. So let's start off with the CPU. We are going to go with the AMD Ryzen 5 2600 3.4 GHz 6-core processor. This is around $160 on Amazon right now. Now, some of you guys might be wondering why not go with the Ryzen 5 3600. Well, the B550 boards at this point are not out yet, so if you want to go with a higher end motherboard that's going to support the Ryzen 5 3600, that's going to be a little bit of a hassle. Also, bear in mind that a lot of the B450 boards don't come with an upgraded BIOS right out of the packaging, so I just want to make things hassle-free for you guys. And this route, you do save a lot of money. You're talking about $160 for the CPU, and the Ryzen 5 2600 is still a very compelling CPU for the price. Perfect for gaming as long as it's paired with a pretty good GPU, which we'll get to in a little bit. Motherboard, Gigabyte B450M DS3H Micro ATX AM4 motherboard. So this is a micro board, but trying to save some money, $73 here, and it does have 4 RAM slots, so that's great, and it's going to be able to house everything you need, and that's essential in a more budget build at around $70. This is a really good pickup. RAM, you gotta go to the route of getting 16 gigabytes of RAM, I think, with this kind of budget. G.Skill Aegis, 16 gigabytes, 2 8GB sticks at DDR4 3000, which is imperative that you do get higher clock RAM. $68 for that. 16 gigabytes of RAM for $68 is a really great buy, and I think this is gonna work really great in the build. 16 gigabytes isn't absolutely essential. You can easily get away with 8 gigabytes for the time being. However, it's becoming more and more essential where more games are recommending 16. So I think if you have this kind of money, you should just get the 16 gigabytes right out the gate. Yes, you can upgrade it in the future. You can get 2 4GB sticks now and have 8 gigabytes, but with 16 gigabytes, you can upgrade to 32 gigabytes down the line, and that's going to be a lot more advantageous. As far as your storage goes, you're going to go with a Western Digital Caviar Blue 1TB for your mass storage, and then a Kingston A400 120GB SSD for $30. It is absolutely disgusting to me to see how cheap SSDs are, because I remember buying a 120GB SSD for like $140, and now you guys, very, very good spot to be buying an SSD. Now, still not at the level where in a budget build you can entirely replace the mechanical hard drive. I mean, if you guys can work with a more limited storage space, by all means, eliminate that 1TB drive, put that money towards the SSD, get like, you know, a bigger SSD, but I do think it's a lot more advantageous to have the 120GB SSD and a 1TB hard drive for all your mass storage, your games on Steam, things of that nature. As far as the video card goes, I decided to go with the MSI GeForce GTX 1660 Super 6GB GPU. Now, the 1660 Ti was also an option, however, that goes for like $280 to $300 right now, a little bit too expensive for my liking. If you do want to fork over the extra cash and get the 1660 Ti, by all means do that, but the 1660 Super is still going to offer you pretty compelling performance at 1080p. I really would stick with 1080p gaming with the 1660. You can push 1440p, but I imagine those of you guys on a budget like this, you would rather just get a 1080p monitor to stay on the cheaper side. It's a very good GPU for the money, and all of these games coming out these days, maybe you can't run them out absolutely maxed out at 60 frames per second. That's just a little bit difficult to do, no matter the GPU, because there are always anomalies. However, you are going to get a very, very good performance, and you're not breaking the bank for this GPU either, so I think it's a pretty good buy. As far as the power supply goes, EVGA 500 watt 80 plus certified ATX power supply. You can get a Seasonic S12 if you want to spend a little bit more money. I just think it's a better idea to get an EVGA 500 watt just because it is so cheap right now, around $40, so that's a great buy. And the 1660, incredibly power efficient, as is the Ryzen 5 2600, all things considered. The estimated wattage on PC Part Picker is listed at 294 watts, so you've got quite a bit of headroom on top of that. 80 plus certified, all that good stuff, so that is a good addition in this build. As far as the case, obviously, this is going to differentiate from person to person. The Corsair 100R is a pretty good option. I really wanted to fit in a 200R. I think that is a nicer case. Obviously, it is a bit more expensive, so I decided to opt with the 100R. Still a very, very simple case. That's what I always like out of my cases from a personal standpoint. I don't like my cases to be over the top flashy or anything like that. I like a simple look. It's just going to stay on my desk. I'm not going to look at it all day, but that's the kind of person that I am. Cases are something that, from an exterior standpoint, there's going to be a lot of subjectivity that comes into place. If you're like me, where you're just looking to for something that looks simple, looks clean, can house your build, I think the 100R is a really good buy at a great price. So that it concludes all of the components for the PC itself. Now, when you go to the exterior stuff, Asus VS228H 21.5-inch monitor is what I'm going to recommend. 1080p, 21.5-inch monitor. I love 21.5-inch monitors. I don't know. There's just something about me that I think 1080p looks great at that size. 23 inches is an option as well. You can spend a little bit more, but like I said, I think 1080p looks great on a 21.5-inch monitor, and I have this monitor myself, so I can vouch for it myself. It's a very good one. I very much like it, so would definitely recommend that one. Was using it to game for a while. It was my primary gaming monitor years ago, but then I upgraded to a 1440p 144Hz monitor, and that is absolutely the dream, but that is a little bit more on the pricey side, so you guys are probably better off sticking with this for now. As far as keyboard and mouse, you're going to go with just a dirt cheap keyboard and mouse. I see the gaming keyboard and mouse combo on Amazon for $30. You ain't gonna be buying no Corsair K70s, you ain't gonna be buying no Razer Black Widows with this kind of budget. That just seems like a waste of money. Honestly, I have a Corsair K70 at this point, and it's a nice keyboard, but sometimes I'm just like, yo, I probably could have just stuck with my HP keyboard. Alright, that might be a little bit of a stretch, but the Amazon keyboard will be a nice placeholder for now, and honestly, for the long term, you could probably get away with using this as well. That's a keyboard and mouse for $30. And lastly, again, OS, go on your favorite CD key website, you get a Windows 10 key for around $15 to $20, and you'll be good to go. As far as that goes, and if you do already have a copy of Windows 10, well, then you're already set as far as that goes. And the price ends up being around $835 to $850, depending on the prices you pick this PC up for, and depending on what e-tailer you use. I'll leave links to everything in the description box below. Amazon links do include an affiliate program where I do get kicked back a little bit extra, so if you guys purchase anything through that, that is much appreciated. There's a really good build at a great price. If you want to do streaming, if you want to do some good gaming at 1080p, this is going to have you covered. That's going to conclude this video. If you guys have a request for a future video, you can leave that in the comment section down below, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace out. Hey, what's going on, guys? Mush here again. Hope you enjoyed the video. As you guys might know, YouTube's notification system is sometimes a little bit wonky, even if you're subscribed to the channel. Maybe you're not abundantly aware that I uploaded a video. To remedy that situation, make sure you hit the bell notification button. This way, whenever I upload a new video, and I try to upload as consistently as possible, you will be notified directly of the upload, and you can watch it as soon as it goes live. I would really appreciate if you guys hit that button so you can stay up to date with all of the content I'm posting. But as always, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.